Good evening, Captain. Welcome back again to the action plan.
Thank you, Gren. Good evening. Nice coming back to you again after a week's gap, and it's a pleasant weather outside.
Okay, so welcome to everybody who's live with us on this session. Thank you, Captain, again for joining me and giving us your valuable time. So today, as the topic says, we are going to go through one of the valuable inputs which Captain has given in his recent book, The Warrior Entrepreneur, where he's talked about how to use the skills of an entrepreneur and a warrior in life to get the best out of both the aspects. And one part of it is to talk about the 5 instincts of a warrior entrepreneur, which today we are going to cover in the session. Right, Captain?
Yeah. Thank you, Gren, for giving the brief introduction. And as you said, this is a book, Warrior Entrepreneur. Okay, it is around very easy to read. It's around hardly 175 pages. And the best part of this book is that you can read continuously, or you can open any page and read that, because every 2 pages or 1.5, 2 pages or 3 pages is a concept. Okay, and it is not a guide or manual. Yeah.
Can I just add a point here, because I've read your book, so I can at least vouch for what you said. I took Captain's book the last week just to read it for an intro to the book. But I actually wanted to read the first 10 pages and ended up reading 35 pages before I realized that I've actually gone through 35 pages of the book. So it was so simple, and the momentum was carrying with the, it's not wholly theoretical, and it's more grounded in reality and with very simple language. So sorry, Captain, I'm taking away your explanation of the book, but I am your fan and reader of the book. So I just wanted to give them my views of how easy your book is to read and to go through.
Yeah. Actually, that gives a more value to a product rather than the person who has done it talking about it. It is a person who has actually utilized the service or the product, giving a genuine feedback like this. It's really a good this thing. Thanks for that, Graham. Actually, it is as I given in my introduction also. It is not a guide or a manual. Okay, it is a concept. You apply to your own way of how you look at life or business. Okay, it varies from person to person as per the intensity of the focus you are into life as well as the business. Okay, coming to the point of these 5 instincts of a warrior entrepreneur, I just like to give you a prelude to that. Like today being the 3rd of December, okay, in 1971, okay, probably it's a coincidence to talk about this topic. In 1971, on the same date, probably by this time or probably in another a few hours time, the Indo-Pakistan war started.
Oh, wow.
Okay, the 3rd and 4th of the night of 3rd, 4th December, the war started and India entered into the now liberated Bangladesh. I take this opportunity for us as well as whoever is listening or going to listen, just a few seconds of gratitude to all those brave souls who rest their life for keeping us in peace and rest. Okay, with that gratitude, I think that's the right topic now. It's just a coincidence that we are talking about these 5 instincts, and it is very simple. It's not like some sort of a theory or sort of thing. There are 5 yes. You need to be a yes man to be a warrior entrepreneur. First one is the sharpness. Okay. See, I now whatever I say, I talk about like a typical army guy, a soldier. Okay, and it is applicable to life as well as the business. When I say enemy, you can correlate to your competitor. Okay, like that. So the first thing is a sharpness. Okay. See, generally, enemy never gives a second chance to shoot. Okay. The moment you aim and shoot at the enemy, you can't afford to miss that because you never get a chance. So you have to be a sharp shooter to hit the target, because at the end of the day, in business as well as the corporate world as well as the business world or in life, it is achieving the target. So the sharpness is the first instinct. It should come naturally to a warrior entrepreneur. Okay, then comes the second S is a swiftness. Okay, so when you are sharp, don't expect the enemy to stand like a statue. Like in movies, they say that now, okay, shoot, come, hit me. No enemy or no competitor is going to wait for you. Okay, you take your processing, aiming, then shooting, like that. They are very swift. So you have to be swift in your action, and because action delayed is achievement denied. Okay, if you procrastinate your action, somebody may grab that opportunity. So even in business, you have to be very swift in your action. When it comes to the sharpness and swiftness, okay, then the third thing comes is a stability. Okay, see, in army, I was from the armored corps. Okay, we operate the tanks, the tank with the, like, the gun with the chain wheels, that it moves up down anywhere, and it just bombards, destroys the enemy installations. Okay, but when the tank moves, it is not stable. Okay, so there are three options. Like, one is you are stable, and the enemy is also stable. The other thing is you are moving, the enemy is stable. The third is you are stable, the enemy is moving. Okay, these three little bit combination, it is easy to manage comparatively. But the fourth one is you are moving and the enemy is also moving. How difficult it is. It is like the two vehicles moving this way or the same way. So, but that is not an excuse. Okay, so when you are sharp and swift, okay, you should have the ability to have the stability. Okay, that means you should be very clear about your vision, mission, and objectives. If you are wobbling, if you are like in a highway here and there, moving up, down, changing, like in a, with regard to your vision, mission, and objectives, you are not focused, and you can't move towards a particular direction. Like every time some input comes, you change your direction. Then another thing comes, again you come back here or go to another direction, like that. Okay, if necessary, you have to change the strategy, not your vision and mission and objective. Okay. Next is the surveillance. Okay, if you are in the war field, if you are in the war front, okay, you cannot shoot in darkness. You have to have a clear vision about your enemy's position, location, or whatever the strength it is. Then only you should be able to hit and shoot the target very clearly. Otherwise, what happens if you just shoot in dark? Okay, it may be that you miss the target, and not only that, you lose your resources also, and you can't afford to lose. Just imagine if you are a walking infantry soldier, you can't carry more than beyond a limited capacity of weight. That includes your ammunition, and every bullet is a life killer or a lifesaver. So every round, every bullet, every ammunition is more valuable. You can't afford to lose that resources. Okay. So when you are getting into some action, when you want to get into some business, the surveillance is the most important. You should, that's what they call the market survey. I think, Gren, you must be well aware of this, being a planning coach. That is one thing you may focus on, that the market survey is the most important before you get into the action. Right, Gren? That I'm right. Probably. Yeah. So that is the one thing. So don't lose your valuable resources. Save it, because energy saved is energy generated. Okay. And the final instinct of a warrior is survivability. Okay. This world follows the law of nature. Law of nature is nothing but survival of the fittest. So it is the survival of the fittest, and you have to be the finest among the fittest. There is no like a mediocre way of doing things and getting successful in achieving your target. Yes, if you follow all these five, there may be a delay in achieving your target, but definitely you will move towards and definitely will achieve that. Okay, all these things, if you try to bypass anything, because there is always shortcuts, there is always methods to bypass something and get into the next track. But sometimes it may help you just by luck, or it just happens like that. But if you want to really grow and glow in a particular direction with sure shot certainty, you have to have all these 5 instincts, Gren. That is very important for the survivability. One thing I will say is come out of the competitive mindset, get into collaborative mindset, and develop the uh, the mindset of adaptability, and flexibility. Okay, if any situation, try to, if it is a good, try to adopt it. அதை தத்து எடுத்து நம்ம அடாப்ட் பண்ணணும். But many times it may not be possible to adopt a thing. If you can't adopt, then you adapt. That is ADOPT. This is ADAPT. Adapt this thing so that you get used to that. But if you can't do both, you try to be flexible, little up down, be like a wave and go along with the wave. You will be able to succeed and survive. Because at the end of the day, it is a survival of the fittest. And again, I insist, you have to be the finest among the fittest. So these are the 5 instincts I would like to insist upon.
As you were saying, I mean, these 5 instincts is very relevant, whether you're a warrior or even if you are doing business, because they are pretty similar in the way you apply these principles, right? So I think, as you said, a good way to explain these principles would be if you tell us an example or a story on how you've actually applied these principles in your life.
Yeah, that's awesome. As I said in the beginning, like today, that in 1971 we started this the war. Okay, I talk about an operation where I personally was involved, and I was awarded a bravery medal for that operation, because
Wow.
keeping an operation, I am not talking about the exact location and all these things. Okay, what happened was sometime in 1991 when I joined the army. Okay, that time the terrorism was at its peak. So we were deployed at a particular place, and we were staying in a primary health center, okay, where we had our camping location. Okay. Suddenly one morning, one old person around 70 plus years came literally running. With that age, he was literally coming running, and he just fell down. Okay. It took few minutes for him to recuperate with the breath, and he was profusely bleeding throughout his body. He was like typical like a movie. Like his whole dress was like a red in color.
Wow.
When we consoled him, then he just gave an information that there were 3 terrorists in his house. Okay,
Wow.
and they were living in the house for 3 days.
Okay.
Okay, 3+ days they were living, and literally took them for ransom. That like if any message goes out, they will be killed. Okay, but that particular day morning, what happened, nobody knows. They thrashed this guy. Okay, threw him out, and they locked themselves in the house. So this person came literally running, fell on our feet, asking for the help. See, now I was talking about all the sharpness, swiftness, stability, surveillance, and survivability. You can actually correlate. Probably at the end, I will connect to like where all it happened like that. Even it may not be necessary also. You can understand how exactly. Okay. So that time, we were not waiting for that. Within 45 minutes, okay, I'm talking about the swiftness now. Okay. We cordoned the whole village. Okay. So village, with the help of this guy, we went there, we cordoned off the whole village. Then we came to know that out of the 3 terrorists, 1 guy has escaped already before we reached. Okay. And we were under the conclusion that 2 more terrorists were still inside that house. Then we did a proper surveillance. Okay. We called the local police also to help us out. Like, where is the house exactly? What are the gullies, the routes, all these things. Then we just come closer, surrounding the house. Okay. Then it happened that suddenly we started announcing to if anybody is there in the house to surrender. Okay. Now there are 2 questions. One is only the terrorists are there, and the housemates are also there, or only the housemates, the terrorists have gone. Like all these questions were there. We have no answer for that. Okay. Then we started announcing, and suddenly what happens? Like a movie, suddenly a window will open. They just spray with the bullets. Okay, it's like watering the plants with the like hose pipe. This thing, like an AK-47, bullets just spray, and then they close it. Silence for another few minutes, and suddenly a door will open, spraying the bullets, and it's closed. Okay, what we did, we were moving the vehicle and we were just taking the vehicle as a cover. We are going behind. Okay, and literally we could see the bullets flying left, right, and center. Not in the center because we were in the center, going here and there, hitting the vehicle. You can see the marks on your right hand side or left hand side of the vehicle. You can see the even bullet marks. We went around, closed the house. Okay. Then what we did, we waited for some time to understand whether the inmates are still there. Okay. Then we were, in the meantime, we put few people to talk to the villagers. Okay, because the old man was not clear whether his own, the inmates were there inside or not at that time. Then we came to know that again there was no reason. The inmates were also thrown out and only the terrorists were inside. So we made everything, the surveillance, everything was made a pakka. And then we started using our sharpness. Okay, what we did, we can't shoot on the doors and the windows to harm them. Okay, so we try to climb on the roof. Luckily, the roof was a tiled roof; it was not a concrete roof. So we went with a grenade. Okay, trying to remove a roof and throw it inside this. But what happened was, the moment they could hear the boot sound on the roof, they started firing towards the roof. Okay, literally, that one of the our soldiers was trying to do that. Literally jumped off from there. Okay, and anticipating all these things, we were there to support him, so he didn't break his legs or bones. Then again, we sent another person in 2-3 different directions. Okay, so they got confused which direction they climbed up and they're making noise here, there, like that, using the rifle and all these things. But one person went quietly, opened this thing and put the grenade. And we told him also, the moment you drop the grenade, you jump from there. Just imagine the roof, and we were there literally to support him. Okay, so it went off for 40 minutes, like a real life battle. And then we waited for another 1 hour. Okay. Then with a proper, the trained drill, okay, people giving a cover, they opened the door. Then we stormed inside. Then we found the two terrorists, totally killed and mutilated with, I think some 7-8 lakhs of cash, half burnt, with thousands of rounds, still lying there. Okay. So why, and the story comes to an end with the learning of the sharpness, swiftness, stability, surveillance, and survivability. Uh, just imagine if any one is missing, any one of these 5 is missing in this whole operation, it is a life or death. It is nothing like you get injured, you go to hospital, come back. So one treatment, one injection, one plaster of Paris here, nothing works. Either life or death. This is what is in business as well. Okay, if you are in a corporate world, if you are in a business world, if your subordinates are expecting something, if you don't give a sharp answer, they get confused. They don't know what to do. You say you do this, but not. Then there is no sharpness there. The decision should be sharp so that it gives a clear-cut picture for the people to follow, and it has to be quick. So if some timely action to be taken, because sometimes the file goes to the top boss and it will be lying there for days. But then it has no meaning to it. By then the action should have been done and it's over, and you face that other side of the brunt. Same way, you should be a stable person. Then only people will approach you. The accessibility will be maintained well if they understand that my boss is a stable person. Otherwise, they'll say he's a wonky guy. Better don't go to him. Then they'll see your mood. Today he is not in a good mood. Tomorrow I'll see. They themselves will start judging whether you're in a good mood or not. Then it again gives a long gap between the leadership and the followers. Same way, any business, as we were discussing in this thing, surveillance is a must. Okay, you have to a product survey, market survey, you have 10% quality check. So many things are there technically. You have to apply these things. Then only you will survive, because survival of the fittest is the law of nature, and you have to be the finest. And I think this gives a clear picture about the 5 instincts of a warrior. Gren, I think the story make it very clear.
Yeah, I think what you said makes a lot of relevance even in our business scenario, as you made the comparison. I think a situation in a battlefield has all the elements of running a business. Okay, you have the competition, as you said, is your enemy. We don't treat your competition as enemy, but I mean, it's the similar principles apply. Competition is competition, whether it's war or whether it's business, right? It's still a competition. So you apply the same principles in a way, and you can be successful by applying the same principles to that. So absolutely, Captain, I think that makes a lot of sense. And at least for me, it's a big learning today about how I could take these simple principles that would be a requirement for a warrior and apply it to myself as an entrepreneur and still have the same results of succeeding at my endeavor or project as you have a event in the battlefield. It's for me to run a project or to run a business would be pretty much the same line. So I think that was very, very enriching and really made a lot of sense. I do not know if there's anybody who has any questions online. Let's give them a minute to write down the questions. So if anybody is listening to this live, you can put your questions in now, and we'll be glad to answer them. Okay, I don't think there's any questions, Captain. So whoever is going to watch the recording of this video, please be free to enter your questions in the comments, and we would get back to you with the relevant answers. And even you can reach out to Captain as well directly and get his input if you so feel it valuable to you. So Captain, thank you again for this lovely session. I mean, for me, after being a businessman for a while and also being a professional, these things were a refreshing reminder of what we subconsciously do, right? It's not some new mantra that we're trying to follow. It's something that we don't really keep in mind when we are relating to something. But I think today you put it very simply, the way that we could actually apply these principles when we take any encounter that we have in any situation and be successful as an outcome. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you for sharing your great knowledge with us for the betterment of everybody on this video as well as for mine.
Yeah, thank you, Gren, for this valuable time and making this a nice interactive session. And having seen these 5 instincts, I think the next time when we interact with regard to warrior entrepreneurship, we will discuss about now the 5 is over, now the 6th. Okay, 6 stages of transformation to become a warrior. Okay, now we know that. Okay, these are the instincts. How to become a warrior entrepreneur? There are 6 stages that we will discuss when we have the next FB Live. And really thanks a lot for this time. And once again, take this opportunity to salute. It's a warrior salute to all the warriors who laid their life for what we are today in this country and for the people living in Bangladesh as an independent freedom country. It's an honor to them submitting this session for them. Thank you, Gren.
That's something that we need to definitely value the contribution of our armed forces, and that by them guarding our borders and taking care of the enemy, we are able to live a comfortable life. So our solemn wishes and gratitude to the armed forces out there. And all of you who are watching this video, thank you for joining us on the live session. And for those who are going to view the video, we have these sessions every Thursday at 8:30. Do join us live next week. We'll have another topic on business planning as well as on warrior entrepreneurship. Thank you and have a good night and a great weekend as well. Good night.
Thank you, everybody. Bye. Good night.